It's January, it's not very warm outside and there isn't very much on the plot that you can be doing. But one thing many growers and certainly allotmenteers are doing at this time of year is buying seed potato. Lots of it. And the annual ritual of chitting is just about to start. A seasoned allotmenteer will know exactly what chitting is. But if you're a newbie or you've never grown potatoes before, you'll be thinking, what the heck is chitting? Chitting seed potato is a process of giving them a bit of a head start. So let's have a look at chitting seed potato. I'm David, you're watching Grow Mad, so let's get our chit together. A new grower would have to ask for the phrase chit potatoes to be repeated, but it's a term that all potato growers will chat about early in the new year, just as the potato planting season is gravitating towards spring. Chitting involves encouraging seed potatoes to sprout before planting. This is done by placing the seed potato in a cool, light and airy environment for a few weeks before planting. Maybe stick them in a spare bedroom. The goal is to promote the early development of short, sturdy sprouts and is typically carried out in late winter or early spring, certainly a few weeks before the intended planting date. This process breaks the dormancy that seed potatoes are in when they are first sold. Chitting can help jumpstart the growing process and may lead to early and more vigorous potato plant development, especially when planted in the north. If chitting is started during January, seed potato can easily have 3 to 4 centimetres of new growth when they're planted out in March or early April. So, how is it done? As soon as you have purchased your seed potato, unpack. Do not leave them in the bag. This will just end up in a complete mess. The later in the season you buy them, you may find that the sprouting has already started, so take care, particularly with later purchases. Simply lay the potatoes in an upturned tray. You don't have to be too fussy at this stage with the way that they're laid out. Here you can clearly see the chits starting to appear, even at this early stage. As an alternative, you can use egg boxes to stack your potato seed in, especially for these bizarrely shaped pink fir apples. I know what you're thinking, shut up. Egg boxes clearly make a great container. When you're finished with them, just simply recycle. And as always, do not forget to label. Many potato seed will all look the same. You're going to get in a mess if you get your earlies or second earlies muddled up. Always label. Soon as you've finished laying your seed potato out, put them somewhere dry and airy. A spare bedroom is perfect. After 6 to 8 weeks, your seed potato will have put on appreciable growth and can now be planted. Don't plant before the end of March or the last frost date in your particular area. Either plant in containers or plant into the ground. The containers will be earlier and you can have the advantage of starting them in the greenhouse or polytunnel. Would you like to know something interesting about seed potato? I bet you would, wouldn't you? Well, have you ever wondered why much of the seed potatoes available come from Scotland? Scottish seed potatoes. Well, apart from Scotland being a beautiful country, it has some of the world leading potato research. Many of the new varieties come from Scotland. Also, they have a perfect climate for growing seed potato. Never gets too warm. They have plenty of rain so that the crop is well irrigated, and they have long daylight hours just at the critical point of growth. Also, they have very, very low levels of aphid. Aphid, of course, brings much of the disease and viruses that are associated with growing these crops. Most of the crops do not have an issue. Scottish seed, therefore, is certified disease-free. It's worth thinking about. If you were looking for a list of seed potato suppliers, look no further than the GrowMad product seed directory. If you look under seeds, plants, bushes and trees, you will see a category for seed potato suppliers. But as usual, we do have some favoured suppliers, and here they are. Jameson Brothers, Potato House and Patch Seed Potatoes, all great suppliers. So that poses one big question. Do you have to chit potato seeds? Well, the simple answer is no, you don't. Any potato seed planted into the ground or in a container will grow quite happily. However, there is one big advantage with chitting potato seed. That's with the earlies. Early potatoes, let's face it, everyone is desperate to get that first harvest in June, and if you can give yourself 2 to 3 weeks head start, why wouldn't you? But when it comes to later varieties and particularly main crops, it's a waste of time. I mean, what are you going to gain? Instead of cropping on the 5th of October, you'll crop on the 10th or the 15th. Big deal. I wouldn't bother. But for the earlies, definitely it is worth taking the trouble. So I hope that's been useful. Thank you for watching. As always, we really do appreciate it. If you've enjoyed this video, if you could subscribe to the channel and the likes and all of that stuff that goes with social media. And of course, we've got a fantastic website. There's a whole list of suppliers on there as well as our recommended. We really would appreciate it. Thank you for watching. See you on the soil.